when does McDonald's give out plastic bags? Usually they're just paper bags. Okay, weird. So what you want to do is you want to get out of here. And once you do, you want to turn left. But I'm not sure because there's probably a medium.
Yeah.
Anyways, I'm super tired. I'm gonna be straight. I am very, very tired. And I feel like one of the reasons why I've been feeling like this throughout the whole trip, well, obviously it's because I'm tired, but I think it's also the change of weather. Because, like, we started extreme heat, or not extreme heat, but, like, it's pretty warm. Then went, like, mildly cool. Then it got cold. Not Saskatchewan cold, by the way, because I know all of you are in negative 40 weather right now. I think this is plus 10 right now. Got cold. And then got a little bit warmer. Yesterday wasn't super warm. It was a little warm. I feel like here today will be warm. And then we're also going to the Grand Canyon, which I believe is going to be cold. So it's like, I don't know, changing seasons, but like 6 times in 1 week. You just get tired from it. I have a beautiful view right now. I'm going to show you guys. Look at that. That is gorgeous. Palm Springs. You know what would be a souvenir? Getting a jar of sand. You know how they sell those at beaches? We should have done that ourselves. We should have. Just thinking of this now. Because we went to the Mavericks and everything. We should have just gotten our own little miniature jar, filled it up with our own personal seashells and sand. Why didn't we do that? Because we're dumb. That's why.
Speak for yourself.
Oh my god. Doesn't make us dumb. It just means we're not gimmicky like that. I honestly, making that thought up as a joke, but like realistically, I'd go home and I'd be like, okay, what do I do with this? Like,
yeah, I did that. I went to PI, I had a jar of red mud, and I'm freaking into with that now.
I mean, I used to collect them. I used to be a hoarder as a kid. Many people don't know this, but I did. I was a hoarder as a kid. I had a shelf above my bed. That was a TV shelf that my parents bought me because I had so many items that I collected because everything was significant value to me. So I'd have shells, a shelf for my shells. I had a shelf for all the cards that people gave me over the years. I had a section for little toy figures that I owned. Like just a whole bunch of things. And then it came to one day and I was like, why am I keeping this trash? Like, I literally am not even remembering it's here. It's collecting dust. It's hard to dust around. And these things do not have significant value to me anymore. So I just threw it in the trash. By the way, you want to take 10 east and 0.6 miles. It's going to be a loop-de-loop. When I was younger, I tapped in one side of my family, which is hoarding. And then growing up, I became like my grandma on my other side of my family, which is the opposite of hoarding, which is throwing everything out all the time. I'm not a minimalist, if you're wondering. I have way too many books. Honestly, that's the only thing I collect nowadays is books. I don't even know what I'm going to do when I move next. Whatever I move next. I've been moving so much lately. But anyways, that is not the point. I just went on a rabbit trail because I'm tired right now, and that's what I do when I'm tired. Morning, guys. This is probably the most dramatic vlog of the whole series because I'm so tired. If anyone knows anything about me, you know I'm pretty dramatic anyway, but like when I'm tired, I don't know what you expect from me because, I mean, you're just getting my raw self, so you're welcome. People watching this can be like, oh my god, she's like so vain. Like,
Well, you are.
Nah, I'm not. I'm actually like, I know I dress up and I like dress a certain way, if that makes sense, but I'm actually quite insecure. and I have a lot of things I need to work through. But the things that I am confident in, I know that I'm good at, or I know that I'm well at, and I don't feel like, because for years I was trying to do this false modesty, vagueness, whatever. I don't even remember why I was going to record this. I was going to talk about something else. Do you even know what I was going to talk about?
I don't know, you're kind of all over the place this morning. I think you're sleepy, eh?
I'm so sleepy. Yeah. Well, because, like, here's the thing, and I've noticed this there's certain women that just feel the need to pick on other women for things they're good at. Like, I was sitting...
Really?
Yeah, and I'm like, you don't know this person's life. You can't, like, comment about people that like, maybe you knew them, like, 6 years ago, but you don't know what they are today.
Yeah.
You don't know what they've been through. But, like, that's just their personality. It doesn't make them vain. It just makes them, I don't know, like themselves, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
I think what makes a person vain is if they feel the need to tear other people down
To make them feel good.
to make themselves feel good, but also, like, overly brag in situations that they're not genuinely, like, need to brag about, because it's just not worth it, if that makes sense. It's taken me many years to, like, get to where I am now, where it's like being confident in what I know I'm good at, which I'm still trying to work on. It's something my therapist has actually talked to me about. She's like, Sarah, I think you're doing really well. It's just you need to stop being so hard on yourself. Because I'm always so hard on myself, because I'm always like, oh, well, I'm not here yet, or I don't have this fixed, or whatever, right? And I go around in my head trying to, like, figure out ways to, like, make any situation better, or to communicate better, or become a better person. But I still can't remember what I was talking about earlier. But anyways, you're welcome for this tangent on being vain. So I just recorded a 10-minute video of me talking about being vain, because I think I just got really sidetracked. Because you called me vain, and I had to defend myself. I had to defend myself, because I was like, no, I'm not vain. But I feel maybe people who are vain would say that they're not vain. So maybe I am vain, I don't know.
You overthink too much.
Okay, this is what I'm saying, though. Like, I just, like, people will say one thing, and I'm like, no, that's not an issue. I'm like, but wait, wouldn't they say that's not an issue? What if this is an issue? And then I just go around in my head for, like, the next 2 hours trying to figure myself out. This is why my therapist says I need to be softer on myself. But anyways, this is what I was gonna talk about. In the mornings, I'm very dramatic, obviously. Or sorry, no, not the mornings. When I'm tired, I'm very dramatic. I would say in the mornings, I'm generally very sleepy and don't really want to say much. But since I'm overtired, it's like my adrenaline's running right now. So later I'm gonna crash really hard. Okay, speaking of crashing really hard. Yo, last night was just, I don't even remember the drive back from Katie's house to the hotel. Or the drive to. Like, I remember holding the cell phone and I was like, I'm not gonna fall asleep. I'm not gonna do this. I fell asleep and he took the phone out of my hand and he's like, just sleep. I'm like, okay.
You grabbed it again and you're like, no, I'm not gonna sleep, and then you just fall on your lap or something.
And I really yo,
and you like snored like right away. You're like,
that is so
it's like, oh man.
that is so funny. Okay, this is what I was gonna talk about, which is so ridiculous. Okay, but anyways, last night was not good, but okay. So I figure I can't drink coffee. I generally cannot drink coffee. It makes me have anxiety. I've realized I actually have a deep state of, like, random spiraling of psychosis when I have coffee. So if I do have coffee, it's decaf. And then it's very small portion, because even then a small portion of decaf can just run right through me. So here's what I was going to talk about, was McDonald's decaf coffee. That's what I was going to talk about. Instead of talking about pain, I was going to talk about coffee. Anyways, so what was I saying? Coffee, right. So, okay, here's the thing, is, because everyone knows that McDonald's coffee is a coffee that was picked up from Tim Hortons, because it was a big thing, I remember, back in the day, and people still talk about it this day, because there's people out there that are very avid Tim Hortons drinkers, and as you know, I hate Tim Hortons coffee. I hate it with a passion. It makes me feel ill, and I'm just not happy for the rest of the day, so I don't like it. But coffee's never been a pick-me-up kind of drink for me. It's always just been more for the pleasure of it, because I like the taste. I've always loved the taste. I used to drink coffee growing up. I think I started drinking coffee at 12. My parents were a little bit more careful about it, because they were like, oh, you're too young to be drinking coffee. But I just wanted coffee. I just loved the smell. I thought it smelled great, and I wanted to drink it. And at first I was like, God, this is terrible. But I loved the smell, so I kept drinking it. Eventually, I just kind of grew to like the smell of coffee. Sorry, the taste of coffee, I should say. So here's the thing. Because I hate Tim Hortons coffee, I prefer McDonald's coffee. And you know what? I'm very disappointed right now, because I got a decaf, which I understand is not the regular coffee. But shouldn't it be like of the same kind of brand or the same kind of company or whatever? But whatever this is, this decaf isn't good. Like, it tastes like regular Tim Hortons coffee. And I'm mad. I'm just mad because Tim Hortons coffee is terrible. And all the people who like Tim Hortons are gonna send me hate comments, and they're gonna be like, you're not Canadian? Listen, I'm Canadian. I just don't like Tim Hortons coffee. I like their sandwiches. They're good sandwiches. But anyways, this vlog is gonna be the weirdest thing ever. Anyways, so I don't know if it's just the decaf for this area, because we're in lower southern, no, maybe, yeah, we're close to southern California, so maybe it's just the coffee here that is terrible. But this decaf is just not good, and I wanted to rant about that. So, you heard it right. This coffee is terrible. Have a good day. So last night, we stayed at a spa, apparently. Didn't end up going in the what is that called? Minerals? Whatever, but the bathroom was a little outdated. The tub was a bit rusty. Apparently the hot water and cold water could not ever figure out what warm was.
Well, and the shower spot was like right at chest level, so I had to go down and get
Oh, really?
I was like, what the frick? That was worse than that trailer we had.
What? Oh yeah. Okay, so here's the thing. I didn't take a shower because I was too tired, and that's why I'm wearing this today. Anyways, the beds last night, I could feel, not that the springs were bad, but I could feel them right next to the top.
Oh yeah, that's why I had to move over.
So like,
yeah.
my hip was, look, yeah, like it didn't feel like it was painful or anything. It just felt like the springs, I shouldn't feel them that much. That's what it felt like. And it was like, maybe I'm just used to a memory foam mattress, but like, I don't know how I'm supposed to feel like again, I was tired, so I slept through it, but those springs lying down at first was a little discomforting, and I couldn't settle down actually for a couple of minutes, and then I was out. What was your bed like though? Was it the same?
Yeah, the middle was kind of funky, so I just slept near the edge.
Maybe I'm just not used to those kind of mattresses. I mean, I couldn't help but think, are these old? And if these are old, do they have bed bugs in these? But I didn't want to exercise that thought, so I didn't go further. But anyways, yeah, that was fun. An ASMR video is where everything is quiet. You just kind of chew. And then people have to like hear you like, yeah, they have to hear you chew and stuff. Like, it's a super quiet video, if that makes sense. And then what happened? Oh, But then a mukbang is where you have like 6 different dishes of whole different restaurants and you just sit there and you eat and people just watch you eat. And it's actually like a big thing. That's gross. So we're back again because Jiraiya just said a couple of inappropriate things. So I just cut out all that video for the reason of just keeping clean on my channel. Thank you for giving me that serviette. This is gonna be the weirdest vlog ever. I'm not even sorry. You came here for this, so it's your choice. And we're back again because Jiraiya said another inappropriate thing. While I'm eating these Krispy Kreme donuts, don't you open up your mouth one more time. Shame on you. I'm telling your mother.
I'm tired too.
Don't even care.
You do not even care?
I don't even care.
Get it? Do not even care?
I have a like a shaker for what is it, like power shakes or whatever, and it says "Don't ever give up," and it has a donut on it, and I love it so much because the only way I'm gonna remember to drink things is if something looks different. Like if I have a regular water bottle that's gray, I'm gonna forget and it's just gonna like sink into the walls because it's just so boring. But if I have something that is like a little bit more upbeat and energetic, then I'm gonna remember to drink water and have my protein shakes. So I have that, which I haven't really had many protein shakes since because my protein powder is vegan and it actually makes me really sick because of the nuts crushed in it. So I have to get a different protein powder. So if anyone could write in the comments a good protein shake thing, then that would be great. I would love you long time. But anyways, back to our road trip.